Good morning, Soul Tribe. Rise and shine. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm over here at the Nature Center. I thought it would be a good time to sit and talk for a minute. A lot going on with the planetary aspects coming up. And I know things are super busy out there and a lot of multitasking. And we need to take time to breathe and sit and ground. Values. Focusing on values and what you want to create. There'll be some squares coming up with Uranus and Mars this weekend, and the Pluto square, Uranus, Mars. It's what's going to be showing us and bringing stuff up, not only within ourselves, but in the outer world. And we have choices whether to react to it or to focus on grounding, breath, keeping your peace, sticking to your core values, and focusing on that and what you want to create. A lot of things may be pulling you, distracting you. And if that's the case, there was a couple of circumstances this morning I saw, and I just kept walking. I was like, it's not my circus, it's not my monkeys, or someone's yelling at somebody else, then they're trying to turn around and yell at other people walking by, and it's like, no, I love you, and just keep walking. So try and recognize those things that try and take you and pull you away from your peace, any distractions, anything that's coming up that's inauthentic or triggering you, that may be bringing up something that needs to be looked at as we all go through this together. And getting out in nature and breathing. And are we holding our hearts? I was listening to something from Michael Jackson the other day, and he was speaking about it. I mean, so many people have talked about this, just sending more love and kindness to the world. All these guys all had it, the Beatles and Michael. I could go on and on and on. But how many people just knew and focusing on love and all that? Are you holding our hearts? If everybody held their heart and sent love, not only to themselves and everything around them, do you know that it would transform this whole world? So it's nothing new, but it's something we need to become more conscious of. As we hold our hearts, it ripples out to everything around us. Focusing on our core values and what do we want to create. As we hold our hearts and send love to the animals, to nature, to people, the children, the elderly, everything around us. Just sending love in the circumstances where war has no place, destruction has no place, not anymore, not on this ascending planet. And these planets all working together in alignment to show us this by bringing everything up that is coming up, that is crumbling, that needs to crumble, to bring us back to the heart. Now, usually it takes catastrophes to bring people together in the hearts and communities. But there's enough going on where that doesn't necessarily have to happen. We can do this on our own and transform things in our own communities with ourselves. But we need to take the time to become conscious to do this. Because everything that's unconscious or not conscious out there is going to be showing itself through anger, through fighting, through arguing, through yelling. Everything that's been suppressed inside of people, where they haven't acknowledged their feelings or their wounds haven't been looked at. That was the old age. That was the old age. Now, being vulnerable is a hero. Helping animals is a hero. You're a hero. Children, nature, people. To be able to love through these times, you're a hero. So there's a lot of work to do. A lot of healing that needs to be done, not only in ourselves, but everyone. But the only thing to do is just take it slow and one step at a time. There is no guilt, shame, blame, no hating on people. I mean, although that's something that's going to take time to work itself out, just stick to what your core values are. Maybe some of your beliefs have been challenged. Maybe they need to change. Be open. Be open. Open to everything. Open to love. Open to all aspects of it and being of service in our grateful hearts and through all the challenges. And you guys think you all been through it? Well, a lot of us have been, you know. It's challenge to the faith, challenge to the core, where it's like, how could you even be grateful after all you've been through, you know? We signed up to do this. Nobody else wanted it. Now I know why. I keep telling everybody they got us drunk up there to do they they got us drunk up there. They said, okay, here it is, sign the agreements. Oh, you're going to come here and do this on this planet? You're going to heal all the wounds from all the ancestral lines ever, and you're going to help the world be a better place. Oh, okay, great. Here, have another one. Just sign here and then go down there and do it, kids. You got this. It's this my only way of trying to make light out of all this, because it's a lot at times. So step back. Even on us older folks, you know, it's like no, we're not going that fast. No, we're not. We're grounding, we're breathing, we're sitting, you know. Speak your truth, no matter what. That's the most important thing through all. Speak your truth. You know, we don't have to yell and scream at people, but be more of the observer. I've been being more of the observer lately, and it's really quite nice. And then if something needs to be said, you know, I'll just get up and walk over and just kind of intending to speak from my heart, like I am right here. Just speaking from my heart. And that's the beautiful thing about getting older. I like hanging around with some older people too, my age and older too. It's like they're chilling. You know, the older guys are chilling. They're just chilling. I met some really great women too, but they're just not, you know. We need to chill more as we're able to, as we're growing together. So Father's Day's this weekend. These square aspects are going to be coming in. I think the points were the 15th and the 20th. So, and then July should be like the main big month of the whole year. Hopefully it'll be good. So, but yeah, be mindful this weekend, Father's Day and stuff. Just do your best to keep your peace and stay away from anything that's not love. Anything that doesn't make you feel good or bring you joy, or you know, anything like that. Just keep your peace, send love, and walk away if you need to. You know, anything that's inauthentic, and some stuff I imagine will come up to the light where people aren't what you thought they were, you know, and let it all come up, let it all crumble. And there may be some earth points where some things are happening in the world, whether it's earthquakes or water or who knows. But just everybody, just know you're loved and focus more on that and holding your heart and breathing. You know, I can do some more meditations as we go along. Maybe we can all do it together and just sit and it's nice just to sit sometimes and not have to talk so much, you know? Just sit, keeping the peace. And I wish you all well, you know, I love you guys, and I'm just doing my thing. It's quite busy, actually, so there's always a lot to do. But it's so important to hold the heart, and that's why we keep saying this, you know? Just somewhere inside there, finding that love and finding that compassion for yourself and everything around you. It'll help a bit. This way we can harmonize together. Yeah. Alright, guys. Love you all. I hope everyone's well. I don't know if I'm going to do a Sunday or not. We'll see how the day goes. But know you're loved. I wanted to touch base. Okay? Peace, love, and a whole lot of mwah! Freedom. Chill.